Good day and welcome back to another World of Warcraft video. In this video we are going to be taking a look at the Tak-Rethan Abyss Delve, basically how you can get there, complete it, etc. on tier 8. We're at 5478 in obviously Tak-Rethan. Here we can find my gear for the delve, 608. Really, delving has made us quite nicely geared. We have a 2-set bonus and we're pretty much ready to go now for any tier 8 through pretty much relatively ease. For Tak-Rethan there are 2 scenarios. So the first scenario will require you to pick up pheromones and then enter a mech. And for the second scenario you will have to save Niffin and then defeat Suspicious Niffin. The pathing is the same and both lead to the same objective and then to the same boss. So realistically the mobs, everything you do, even the path you take is very similar. One thing I will state for the pheromone quest, once you press the pheromone, these elite sharks are going to come from off the map. They will spawn in. You can immediately move away from the area and you will not draw the sharks. You need to do this because the sharks are pretty tanky and just take a while to defeat. Now, in terms of the actual mobs, these are all Cobus characters. So, the Cobus Witherer, you want to interrupt Abyssal Search. Cobus Bone Chewer, you're going to want to interrupt Scavenge where possible, as this will just help to remove the buff. Deepwater Snappers will cast Snapper Slice, but otherwise they're nothing too crazy. Just be careful pulling them with big groups of mobs. Cobus Necromancers are the big ones because they have the Frontal Conal, which is the Necrotic Bolt, the Defiling Breath. They also cast Necrotic Bolt, which you may want to interrupt, and they also, upon death, will also do a AoE wave ability that will cause you quite a bit of damage. Cobus Spearfishers are ones you really want to avoid. They do this silly cast where they pull you towards them, and this can really cause you to pull too many mobs and can mess up your positioning quite badly. And then of course we also have the Cobus Trickster, which obviously summons a Pale Illusion, which does a bit of damage to us, and honestly speaking it's just not a good time. So if you can stun them, it's great. It is uninterruptible, but just be aware that when the Pale Illusion comes out, don't be scared to drop a defensive cooldown, as quite frankly it can hit pretty hard. It's quite an annoying mob that spawns in. And then finally, obviously, just to mention these Devourer Makura or Deepwater Makura, you can face them at 2 points in the dungeon, once at the beginning, once near the end. You really want to avoid this bubble popping attack, as it does huge damage and reduces your armor quite significantly. And you need to avoid or be prepared for their slash ability, as again it does quite significant damage and can reduce your armor pretty significantly. I will say, due to the spacing of the mobs and everything, it's actually pretty easy to handle this. Of course, the big hazard you have to deal with is being underwater, so if you want to use a water breathing potion or the Mastercraft Kakura fishing rod, be my guest. And then finally we have the Delve boss, which is the Undersea Abomination. Only 3 real main things to really focus on here. Avoid the frontal fungal infection ability. Don't hard stun the boss, as you can use this to get damage off. Then there will be deep sea polyps. This will spawn a whole bunch of mushrooms. Now these actually hurt, and basically your best bet here is to just run away from the boss. And then shortly afterwards he will do Repelling Blast, which again, you're just going to want to run away from him. So generally speaking, use the time where he's doing fungal infection to essentially do damage to him, and then sidestep everything else, and then rinse and repeat, and you should be fine. He does hit hard with his abilities, which is the one thing I will say can make it a bit hard for players to deal with, so just keep that in mind when you are running the delve. But yeah, that's it from me. Super simple, super straightforward. You shouldn't have any major issues. Let me know if you're having any other real problems. But otherwise, yeah, I think that's pretty much covers everything we need to know. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Till then, take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.